Alright, I'm back. I'm early, but I'm back. Yeah, I'm still in sequential. Alrighty, got that out the way. Yeah, we're gonna empty the storage today. Why is there pay dirt in there? That's not good. How did that get in there? So there's no coal in that, so. Oh, lordy. Where's my I got a container somewhere. Let me empty my inventory here. Make life a little easier anyway. This is from about 6 hours of bagger work with a large bagger. I'm at 537 million. $584. missed a bunch of gold. How did I miss all that gold? I thought I was in here already. Okay, out of room. That and that. Alright, let's finish selling off the gold here. So yeah, it'll take us from 35 to a lot. Sorry, math is not my thing right now. Alright, we'll sell off the rest of this. It's a mixture of everything from lithium to aluminum to steel to silicon. Crap. Oh well. Didn't mean to sell that lithium. It wasn't a full stack. Alright, now let's get all the ores out of here. Diamond and ruby. And no, I don't run them through the small wash plant because, as you can see, I don't need the money. I'll just sell them straight up. Don't need XP, don't need money, no need to run them through the small wash plant. Hello.
Hey, welcome.
How's it going?
Going good.
Oh, did Thomas bring you down here?
Yep, he
Okay.
got me down.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention to Discord. I didn't realize he was in there. Just cleaning out my storage here.
Good morning, Velcro.
Good morning. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't notice he was in Discord.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Alright. Yeah, that was about 6 to 8 hours on the baggers, all this ore. There's a couple small dump truck loads here or there, but... Alright, we gotta make more room for coal again.
I managed to get to 70 when I got home for the movie last night.
Ah.
Yeah, I just had to sell just a wee bit of oil that collected.
Cool.
so you got me into Motivation Life. Summons my help to get him to 70.
Oh, you gonna go help him out today?
Yeah, once he sends me the credentials needed.
Uh-huh. Hey, King Thing, how's it going? Yeah, we got the big baggers in here. Get all this over here. Oh, it'll hold more. I bet it won't hold all that, though. Yeah, that's it. I'll go check the generators before I put all that away. How's it going, Hillbilly? What do you think, Christian?
Yeah.
Bit of a mess, isn't
I've seen worse.
it? Because this is your first time here, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little project I've been working on. Thomas Levis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I need to catch people up here. I'm walking around being quiet and making them watch me bounce. Over Christmas, I did some work. I started cutting benches on the other side with the dozer. Nothing spectacular to watch. And that's about all I really did, other than move ore. So, everything, whatever you want to do. You want to run a bagger? You want to run an excavator? You want to run a loader? Name it.
You a bagger or a loader? It's great. I'm not good at those. I'm just gonna mess up things.
Well, that's part of the reason why I have this world. Is just here to learn. So, I mean, you can run any of the baggers. I gotta remember what the depths are. I think we're done up top, so it'd be these two, or I move a big one down to the bottom. I don't think I'm going to go any further back on top. Really need to get that middle one going. Oh, this has got to be cleaned up. Who's the last person that was down here? So that middle bagger should be... I have to see the GPS to be able to know what numbers are. I don't have them written down.
Oh, you don't? Ah.
No, I ain't. I got a computer right here too. You know, there ain't no excuse for not having the numbers. What's it, 24,800? Hey, Mike, how you doing? Oh, gonna get DLC, huh? I'm wanting to say that's it. Looks like it. Alright. Looks like 24,800. On that one, and then I've got to clean this mess up down here. Yeah, I recommend it. It's especially if you do a lot of it's a game changer for solo players, that's for sure. You can get a lot done with one of those. There's still dirt up here. Ah, a little bit of dirt. No power. Do we run out of coal? New computer too. Yeah. Oh yeah, we do run out of coal. I wished I could get me a new computer. It is that one. He's driving that one, so I think it's that. Yep. Hello, Split. How you doing there? Yeah, I'm finally back. The family has left the house. It is all is quiet again. Nobody's robbing my internet. Uh-oh. Got your tea at least. Yeah, there you go. You done caught what Dopey has, didn't you? Oh, let me take that back. The house is almost quiet. I've got my brother's dog here. I'll have her for a month, but she ain't that big a deal. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet with mine, but, you know, 5 years snuck by me real quick, so another 5 would probably come real quick, too. So I'll have to update them sooner or later. But oh, now I need a fuel truck. You can tell I ain't been over here in a minute. Oh, yeah, we're over on the new cut. Split, when you get caught up one day, I'm gonna have to get you in here and give me some ideas here. There's a loader in the way. How's it going, Wild Farmer? Well, if you got time now, you're more than welcome to come on in. Password's in the moderator. That didn't need fuel. It's the roller that needed fuel. Glad to hear it, Wild Farmer. Well, hello.
Yep.
How you doing?
Could be better.
Oh.
Could be better.
You know, I've got this one side of my hill that I've done so far, and I started benching out across the way. But the ideas I'm looking for are the best way to set up a ramp to go down with this
One second, I'll
mess.
take a look at your,
So,
take
if
a
you,
look at your verticals here.
yeah, when you get in here, you just want to walk around and have a look.
Could always just yeet the truck off the cliff and spawn him back up top. Hope for the best.
Well, I
You
mean,
have to have tire chains.
my current ramp is kind of Scottish, if you would. Yeah, it was nice to see the family over Christmas, but I'm happy to see them leave. I'm tired of them eating up my internet. Makes it kind of hard to
Yeah,
stream.
we did a no family Christmas this year. We were hell no. We tried to have one for ourselves for once, but it just seemed like the world wanted to fight us.
Right. Well, if it wasn't for them
You know what that
working,
means?
yeah, if it wasn't for them
Try it
working
next year.
from home, I would have, I wouldn't mind it. So, or I'd stole the internet back from them. But they're doing work, so.
Oh, I did not want to wake up today. Wobbles was like all up in my face doing a lion roar,
Was he?
trying to get loves. Oh yeah, he has just turned into a 8 a.m. or a 7 a.m. bundle of cuddles.
Well, I mean, I'd trade you for Toby. It's 4 a.m.
No,
stomping
Well,
his
that's my
paws
normal
on the
wake-up
hardwood
time.
floor.
Yeah, that's my normal wake up time for work, but not this next 3 weeks. So I'm just
Don't
like
matter.
wanting sleep.
Yeah.
Probably why I don't have pets. I like sleep once in a while.
All right, you're open, so get whatever you need.
Okay, let's see here. So what is your concern?
What's going to be the best route for a ramp down? Do I do the corkscrew thing? Do I do one side? Because
I'm gonna drop in one of your drones here.
go ahead.
So how high are you going in elevation up past this current top bench? Is that the highest you're gonna
That's
go?
really the highest I want to go because I really don't want to deal with taking down a mountain, that side of the mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And you're only gonna want to go out. Okay, you got the other side too. Okay.
And
let's
then and once I reach depth between these two areas here, I can either continue on taking that mountain out to go down, or I can go northwest into a big wide open area that's right beside here. This kind of goes off into another ravine.
Yeah, I see that. I see your ravine drop depth. Let me take a look past where Chris is at over here, because I mean it's obviously easier to work on one side first until you hit a drop off, and it seems like you're almost there on this northeast side of the map, and then you won't have too much work to do on your western wall going till it drops off. But then you have this little ravine in the middle, right? So
Yep.
let's see here. I would say as I'm getting closer to it, these drones are slow.
Yes, they are.
Let's see.
Can we get
I would
faster,
say,
faster drones, devs?
yeah, it is on our list of talking to them about like a gear ratio for them. Give us
I know. I was
automatic.
just throwing it in there in case they might happen happened through my video.
Okay, let's see. I would have to say continue with your east northeast push until I see the 3 giant hump little hills back there.
Yeah.
Because that way you can have future expansion right through into that way and continuing to go to maybe the wall, the mountain range in the background, right to the north.
Right.
But I would say continue pushing all your layers back to their final bench layer on this upper, right? Because you're
Yeah.
almost to the point where you have to start going down. But you'll probably be there pretty soon. This upper bench just has to come back a little bit, depending on how your upper bench where that building is needs to come back. Are you planning on building anything up there, or is that coming back to a bench line as well?
I was kind of just gonna leave it there. I might take some of it away.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't sure what I wanted to do right there.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much define those layers, bring them back, because your haul road, like I was explaining yesterday, your haul road can be realistically any way. Do you want to make it like more realistic, or do you want to corkscrew around with more of like a simulated, experience, or however that's going to be, right? So you're mainly just going up in elevation, and you see how you're going up in elevation. You're going to need to reverse that over there near the excavator over here where I'm at. Right, so as you're going down in your bench, the more realistic way to do it is when you're going down, you're gonna find a bench layer like somewhere about right where I'm at. Like say over here where I'm at. You're gonna want to start cutting a ramp into this where I'm at right here, right?
Yeah.
So right around here where I'm at, you're gonna want to cut a nice little ramp that'll merge to the layer that I'm standing on. Right, and then you're gonna notch out everything ahead of this thing to its final area back, or wherever this wall is gonna end back there, right?
Yeah.
But make sure you leave enough room to make that ramp going down to this layer that we're on here. Then you can bring this layer all the way back to that ramp, and then leave. So see how we're. Let me give you a marker here so you can see it. What do you prefer? Blocks, deco?
Just whatever. You can go to your go-to porta potties if you'd like.
Okay, so we'll just grab some barriers here. So you're looking at. So I'll just mark you an example here. So we'll just say right here is where your bench is going to be, right? And so say you're running the haul trucks, you're going to just say you're going to leave that much right there width. Because when you go to cut your thing on the top side of this, right?
Yeah, you're going to come a little short on the jump there.
Oh, come on. Come on, game. Don't be doing me dirty like that. I would have bought some stairs, but I'm lazy. So on the top side, you're going to leave roughly the same width. Right. This all depends on your bench, the amount of road access road you want. This would be like a 500 safety, right about minimum.
Yeah.
So on the top side, put your ramp in, but when you go to cut back in, say the bench you're standing on right here, you're then gonna go. Okay, so say the first ramp ends right here, right? And you're way back here, and your ramp is sitting for this top layer. Your ramp is setting because you want it you don't want it too steep, right? So you want to put it right about here, where you're going to be starting it. And so your ramp's going to be going about this long. So it's going to be notched into your benches as you're coming down. And then so all this area here, this would be left as like the bench, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be the bench, or not the bench, but the ramp would be right there. So then you have your existing bench wall that you're not cutting into, like this would be your bench wall, and that would be sticking out off of your bench wall, right? And then the ramp would come down, and then you just repeat that process, but staggered, like over here a little bit, right? So you're gonna kind of like notch it because you're gonna be coming out. So you're technically just cutting through the bench layer and leaving yourself layers so that way you're not taking you're not leaving so that way your next ramp doesn't start out here like this, right? Because what that's going to do is that's going to leave you, you're going to be stepping in, but you're trying to make sure you're taking as much material as you want, you know. So the more you step out away from that wall face, the more room you're going to eat up in your mind. You can already see how much room that would take, right?
Oh yeah.
As you fan down. So pretty much you're just kind of adding a little extension or a cut through. So it's okay to have a kind of like a more of like an angled ramp if you want. I guess you could say it that way. You could kind of angle it down off of that point up there. Let me grab a stair and get up there real quick here. Unless you have something I can jump on. Giving it all I got, Captain. See what we got up here. Upsies. Let's go. Oh, come on. Damn it.
He used to be a host, ain't you?
And jump. Okay, so what I would do is when you bring this thing all the way back, right? So
I
here
did
you
the
have
same
your
damn
original
thing.
road. So we'll just mark it out up here for you here, like right. So say for instance you want to start coming down the mine. We'll just use this area as an example. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut around like this. And then you're going to go like, then you're going to leave, then you're going to start making your ramp to go like this down, angle it into this like that. Right. But as soon as you make your ramp and say it's obviously gonna be longer than that, you're going to exaggerate it because you don't want that steep. But then there's going to be a hard wall right here at the end of your ramp that the trucks will just obviously be driving past. But if you keep doing that way, when you step down to that next marker, see that next marker down there? If you keep following that same principle, you won't gain horizontal distance that far, right? So you'll always be only stepping enough to make the bench. But if you try to push it further out this way, you'll keep going this way, right? And you don't want to keep going this way because you want to go vertical versus going horizontal, right?
Yeah.
So you got to find somewhere that you want to start your main road. And I would suggest, since you already have your verticals already between your horizontals, and your horizontals are mainly the ones that are shooting across. I can see how you have it marked on the other side.
Yep.
So I would suggest that you start doing your verticals down here. Your vertical bench layer drop downs would be starting like right here. So from here, you're going to want to make that bench the same thing. So you're going to want to go here like this, and then you're going to want to hook this thing over right here and kind of come down, and then make your notch out here for the haul road width, however size you're going to do that, right? But obviously don't follow the curvature of the ground. Follow your bench line, because that's what's going to make it look cleaner and more realistic.
Okay.
Right. So follow your bench line. Just know that that's where you're going to put your first angle down to the next layer, and try to make sure you don't, wander off too far horizontally, because that's just going to eat up more. The more you wander off, the shorter your benches are going to be. Then they're going to start looking wider and shorter. You're going to try to keep them uniform, but you obviously don't have to, because mines aren't perfect, right? So
right. Well, I'm trying to keep them 2 trucks wide. Well, they were 2 400s, but now that we have the 500s, I have to see if I can do if they'll fit 2 500s. If not, people just gonna have to communicate.
Yeah,
and
this will be your point of the mine is going downward, right? So if you're cutting this section, by the time you get all the way to the end, and you're probably 5 benches deeper down here, you're only gonna be sticking out about this far in your road. Like your road's gonna kind of cut. You want to stagger down through your benches, right?
Right.
But like I said, you don't want to gain that horizontal distance. So you want to make sure you cut those roads tight to the other layer and then find your location to go down. And when you'll notice it because it should almost look straight, right? When you're cutting the road down, the ramps down to the next ramps. And the other ring will taper into the side of your ramp, right? So, and it doesn't have to be a flat abrupt. You can round it off or however you want to do that. But it's not an easy thing to get in your brain. It's easier to go up in elevation when making the mine, like you did already on the other side.
Yeah.
Like you seen how you did that over there. Just reverse that in your brain and go down, right? So it confuses a lot of people. It's easier to do it when you're going up a hill, right? It really is. You're like, oh, I'll just go up a hill. Oh, I'll just make the turn here and here and here and here. But technically what you did right here is exactly what you're doing there, but just in reverse, right? So you went up the hill here. You just made a multi-prong access here.
Yeah.
So instead of once you because this bench layer is going to be closed, right? This will close off because you're going to mine all the way out and you're going to leave a bench layer, right? So this access will be eventually closed off because you won't need it.
Right.
But this you could even bring, you're fine because you said you were going to keep it 2 haul trucks. So, but this doesn't need access because you already have access, right? So this is all completely fine. You're doing this completely fine up here. It's just I understand the elevation going down. That's the biggest one I get asked all the time. How do you interface going down? But pretty much what you did here is exactly what you're doing, just reversed.
Right.
Just be mindful when you're going down that anytime you make little bulbous humps like this, it's going to compound your benches above it and take up more room for your road. So just keep them tight. Like, make it look like a laser went through your mind, right? If you're trying to build it, right?
Yeah.
Because that will give you and obviously they're not going to be perfect because nothing's square, right?
Right. Well, I ain't seen a square mine ever in my life, so.
No, exactly, because they contour through the mine as well as the geology around it, stability, but we don't have to worry about that. But simulating it, is kind of what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got it good going on here. Everything's looking right. Everything's looking good. It seems like your roads aren't too steep, so.
Well, the one at the bottom there, it was a Scott ramp. There's been a bunch of dirt thrown down there to try to take the steepness out of it.
Yeah. The good thing on working up your elevation, as long as you've made your layers from the top, which you did, that's where most people go wrong, is they start from the bottom. They're like, I'm gonna take out this mountain, and then they're like, well, I can't reach up there, so what do I do? And they just get, well, I'm gonna turn my mine into an underground mine. What? You're making an open pit. Yeah, well, that's just a lot of work. You're going to dig the same amount of material. So you might as well go up and do it right from the beginning, right?
Yeah. This was an interesting situation with this whole start of this. Because all this was hills here. And this down here,
I know this location,
was flat. So I really started here and then I went. But I did it, dig as get on the hillside and dig as deep as the excavator will go.
Yeah.
After I
know the location.
After I cut my road up to the top there, because that's where all my original XP and money come from, that upper plant where all the concrete stuff is at.
Yeah, this little valley is a nice little valley in here.
Yes, it is. And then I started chopping trees and realizing the valley goes northwest over that way, and I was like, oh, well, there's plenty of room here. I run out of going down, I can go over there and go down.
Yeah, it'll definitely shoot you out to the other side. It'll give you a lot of expansion all the way into those northern mountains if you want. Like and you can even sprawl to the northeast as well up against that kind of canyon. Just make sure that whenever you're going out on a new layer, you can just go as far as you can until it drops.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like look at Mine Rescue, right? Like look at the distance we're trying to span there, right? That's just the thing I like about these older maps is the freaking The fog is not as bad.
No. I don't know how it is down deep yet. I haven't gone deep in any of these maps yet. But
Yeah, they're all bad. Don't want to go deep, but not as bad as Scandinavia and stuff. Of ground. Yeah, I mean, so you have a lot of area. If you go down to your lowest bench down there where you're at, and you cut all that out, you're gonna be all the way. You're gonna be all the way out here, right? I would suggest that you cut this way as far as you can at that bench layer first before going down. Yeah, let me take a look how far this goes before you drop off to that elevation.
it goes a ways.
So you're gonna have to come all the way out past this area here. Yeah, you're gonna be okay, but you have a little bit of reprieve though, so that's good. I would say everything above where Christian's at and the layer that we were standing on down at the bottom where I put the last markers,
Mm-hmm.
you need to bring that all back to here. On that side first. If that's what you're trying to do. If you're trying to just make a big mine, you don't care about the time frame.
No, I
Like,
don't care about
I
time
would-
frame. I want to take it
would-
as big as it'll go.
Then what I would do is I would cut it all the way back to here at the bench layers that you currently have on that side only, and move it. Just go all the way back here, because you're gonna go. If you come all the way back, if you make it all the way back here at those layers, that means you're gonna fall off the other side. You could taper it into the landscape on the other side or to the southeast, but you're gonna be able to come all the way back here then pretty easily. And nestle up against this other mountain range, this big spine that kind of comes down. So you'll be able to come this way, and then a lot of this will just be green for a while, right?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be able to push all the way out along here. And if you flatten it and then you follow your stepping method, a lot of this green will just turn into a bench layer anyways.
Yep.
But that'll open up. Okay, I see your point over there. See the range where the excavators are at. So yeah, all this will be, you'll actually be mining like you did on the other side, the very top where you started.
Mhm.
You'll be doing that over here along this hillside, right? Until this hillside goes down a couple layers, but yeah, you'll be all the way over here as well, right? So you'll be coming down. See, I think your plant sits about this level over here. Where's it at? Let me take a look. I believe your plant is sitting a little higher than we're at right now, right?
Yeah,
Like on our map.
it's up a little higher.
It's up a little higher. So if I'm just like guesstimating, you're probably maybe like 6 benches deeper than where I was saying make that bottom start going down.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably about 6 layers deep. So you're gonna have a massive gully still for probably like a couple 100 hours or plus more, right?
Mm-hmm. Lots of beggar work.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of material. I mean, it'll go faster than you think because you have the baggers running with some of the belts, and then you're trucking it off, right? So
Yeah.
it'll go a lot faster than you think, but it's yeah, just shave those layers off as far as you want to go. The good thing is that your upper verticals is not actually that much space. Your vertical height removal is not that bad. It's gonna your task is gonna be conquering these hills and these lower areas and working around them and making, not necessarily making, I wouldn't make haul roads down to your lowers just because there's just no point. You'll get there when you get there. Where a lot of people, well, I want to make my mine deep and but I don't want to cut off all the verticals, and that's where they kind of go wrong. You have to have due process. You have to cut the layers down in a layer, not skip layers.
Right.
Yep, but you got a lot of work ahead of you. Tell you that much. It's a lot. Are you using the 695s or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made a lot of progress since the last time I've been watching, like a couple weeks ago. You made a lot. I made a lot of progress.
I did a lot of dozing over Christmas, stuff that
Yeah.
I could do off stream without affecting anything really.
Well, yeah, you kind of get some cleanup done. Sometimes it's nice to do that. That's what I kind of miss about having to save that I stream. That's not everything has to be done on stream.
Right.
Type of thing. Where
Well,
it's like, oh man, I just love getting in and dozing for like 10 hours straight.
Yeah, but you're finally getting back to a situation where you could do that technically. Just put your Skycam up, go in there, and throw your music on, and rock the dozer out.
Yeah, that's true. I've never done that on Mine Rescue. It's just
Well, it'd be a question to ask everybody, see what they think.
I mean, for me, I'd rather just pop the stream up, to be honest.
I get. It's also going to depend, what kind of how much dozer work it is.
Yeah.
This is a lot of dozer work.
No, yeah, you're looking at a lot of dozer work for sure. I mean, especially these uppers where it's like, it's just useless to take the bagger there, just doze it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you only have a couple meters of green layer to chomp through, then in certain areas, just doze it all down.
Yep.
Take it down and like those upper hills going through there, that's all no problem.
Until the baggers came out, that was originally how I was cutting these, but if you notice right here, like this section here was cut with a dozer. I have a problem with the dozer. I go downhill.
Yeah, it's easy to naturally want to go downhill because it works best when it's going downhill.
But all this was done before whatever changes were made to the dozer, so.
Yeah, I think I remember watching you cut this. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would finish all your uppers this way. I would say this layer here. One here. So this bench, I would say cut everything that's higher than this bench right here from go to the north, cut all the way through till you fall off.
Right.
And then take everything to the east and southeast and bring it down benchwise to this plane here. So cut everything back, shave it all the way off. Because then you're left with and going down, right?
Yeah.
And then that way you can it'll open up a whole new thing for you, right? So by the time you get all the way out here, you're already I'm just to estimate, you're probably going to be right around honestly, you could probably be right around here by the time you go down 1, 2, 3, probably 4 benches. You'll probably be right here on this hillside. So if you can plan it to be kind of like that, then you can use this right here as a natural ramp already down the side of this hill.
Right.
Right. And then you can just cut all your layers from there and then just use this for you as a guide marker. And then as you kind of keep going this way, all the way down, your haul road would come down like this, all the way where we're going. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be, obviously it'd be closer because you're cutting all this out, right? So all this will be removed. So it's gonna more shrink it in because everything's gonna follow your benches, right? So as you're cutting down, you're gonna keep moving this way, right?
Yeah.
So that line will actually be way back here. I know it's weird to think of, right? It's
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that line will actually be over here hugging your lines, right? So
yeah, it ended up probably somewhere right about here, but down deep.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like if your bench walls or these still aren't sucked all the way back yet, you're gonna be way out here because you don't want to leave this all as a bench, right? So
no,
I'm big giant porcupine spine, right? So
like I said,
you're gonna be hugged up.
Cutting them all down, with the exception of that very top bench. I'm cutting them all down to 2 wide.
Yeah.
2 trucks
okay. Yeah.
wide.
So you're gonna be hugged way into here. So you got that's an immense amount of material to move, right, per layer.
Mm-hmm.
But it will get smaller as you go. But sadly, you're not at that point yet, because they're only gonna get bigger from here until you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then they'll get smaller. So at a certain point, it's exponentially growing. You're just like, And then all of a sudden you'll start to see the light and you'll go, oh goodness, thank goodness I'm losing 20 something meters off my cut width every time we go down now. And then you'll be like, oh goodness, thank goodness. It's your biggest bench is gonna be your biggest bench will probably be the one where you merge this side to the other side of the canyon. And then you won't have a bigger bench until you expand the canyon floor. Once this whole side is pushed back to the full ravine, then that'll be your biggest bench. Because then
Right.
you'll have the bottom of your ravine expansion and the other side expand over into the other flats, which will be a massive, like almost like a T-bone looking thing, right? That's how I'm kind of seeing it in my head, right? So if I'm looking at your map, it's going to expand straight out to that little spine that comes out off the mountain. You could possibly nestle it in between there and then around. So it'll kind of look like this. It depends on where you want to go with it on the other side, right? I would say follow the geography, like how the map is. Don't fight the map, you know?
Stick with
Don't
the
fight it
natural.
because that's when it looks
just,
weird.
just follow the natural hill.
Yeah, exactly. Just follow the natural hills and kind of sprawl around. Don't be too obtrusive to it, right? Because I think it honestly, for me personally, I think it makes the mines look like they have more soul to them versus just plastered into a side of a mountain, straight vertical wall face, you know, lined with concrete blocks. And because I've never seen mines like that, right?
Yeah.
That's not right. So what you're doing here, you got a good foundation for it. Doing good.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work. It's daunting, right?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's no race, right? Like
No.
the only thing is like we do know eventually at some point we'll have to give up all of our old maps. And that's kind of like a bitter like cry moment, but you know, just have fun with it while you can.
Well, I'll be happy to give up a map as long as we go to something better.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. I hope my hope is that they don't break the old maps in case we don't want to play on the new maps. If they do come out with new maps, right?
Yeah.
That'd be my major concern. Would be like giving up Mine Rescue just to go play on a new map that doesn't give us better gameplay right off the bat would be my biggest concern.
Right.
But we don't even know when new maps are even coming, right? So it could be another year, it could be another 2 years.
Oh, yeah. I look at it, they'll be here when they get here and not a moment sooner.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm in no hurry at all. Personally, like,
Well,
yeah, pretty much anything that comes, right?
yeah. I got plenty to do here to keep me busy till something new comes out. So
Yeah, right.
between this and helping you out on your stuff, yeah.
Like, I want to fire something else up, like a little single player, but I just don't know if I want to put the time into it versus just playing Mine Rescue, right? Like,
Yeah.
this game almost makes you feel like you only have time to do one thing. Like, you can't have multiple projects because then nothing gets done.
Right.
But these baggers make it nice when you have when you don't have certain play parameters you have to follow, right?
Well, I'm
It's
trying to.
drowning right now.
I am trying to keep from running conveyors to the plant.
Well,
I'm at the best of both
it's-
worlds at the moment.
Realistically, right? Like, does it really matter at the end of the day how you get your mine done as long as you're happy with how you got it done?
Right.
That's all that matters, really, right? Like, I ain't judging anybody that wants to use baggers for everything. It doesn't matter. It's all arbitrary time situation, right? It's all like you've noticed plenty of times being around my community. It seems like everybody makes this game a race on who's mining the biggest mine faster, when it doesn't really matter because we're all playing differently, right?
Yeah.
So my wish and hope is that people would stop making it a contest and just have fun building the mine the way that they want to build it, right? And stop trying to make it a competition. if you want to play with baggers and that's what makes you happy, building the mine the way you want to do it, then build the mine the way you want to do it, right? Like, because if you're only ever playing with 1 or 2 people, you gotta do what. If you want a big epic mine, how are you gonna do it then, right? You can't take 10,000 hours.
No.
I mean, you could, you could, but
You know, this one just might, but
yeah. Like this one's getting there.
I still consider it a baby mine at the moment, though. So
You've got a good foundation. You're not doing stuff in random things for no reason. I'll tell you that. I've been on a lot worse. Where it's like, I don't even know if this is savable. You punched holes everywhere. It looks like a golf ball.
yeah, I've been
It's
on
got
one or two
dimples
of those
everywhere.
maps.
Like, what happened? It's like there's no thought in it at all. It's just I'm gonna dig anywhere. When this whole game is about mine engineering, pretty much at the moment. If you're digging, engineering your plan in the future, what you're doing is the biggest thing. Seems like a lot of people just want to get in the equipment, turn music on, and run belt lines to a plant and just mow down a mountain.
Right.
There's no planning to that. That is just literally you're just lasering off layers, right?
Yep.
Like this takes a lot more effort to plan and then execute because you're actually building it organically and not like a robot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it all depends on what you want to do. It's looking good though. The work you guys put in, I remember watching it from the very beginning back when you started, jumping in from time to time.
I wished I'd started streaming when I actually began the mine. I already had a chunk cut out when I actually started streaming.
Yeah, it happens.
But it's still, if you go all the way back to the very first stream, it still gives a good feel of what it looked like before.
Yeah, you didn't miss too much. Something you can follow and archive.
Yep.
It's good to see you run the belts this way. I don't see you have any you don't have any exploitive ways. You're not running any exploits, that's for sure. I can see you're okay here.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah, you're building straight up, man. There's nothing. I don't see anything wrong. Nothing seems like you're not having any no, there's no exploits. I don't see any here. No, yeah, you good. Just doing the double belt drop. You're just using the power on-offs for your belt kills. Yep. You're using coal plants. You're not using windmill spam generation. That's why you don't have any lag on your map. That's why you're not lagging.
I have 6 over there, and then I have some on top of one of the original plants I had, are windmill powered.
Yeah, but you're not spamming like 40 windmills, right?
No, I'm not.
The windmill generation power thing, yeah.
No, I'm not running the merger power.
Yeah.
Mess, so no.
Yeah, that's why you're not lagging, but you've dug out so much, right? Is because you have a decent amount of plants around, but you're not using any weird logic glitches and stuff. So
yeah,
because I'm not sensing any FPS drop or anything on your map at all. So, and you've done a lot more than most of these guys that lag really bad and they have to give up on their saves. I think most of it comes from their plant exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
And then their overly grossly made wash plants are just killing their performance.
Right.
Like, you notice that Madden Rescue doesn't really lag at all, unless we're double dosing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's well, I mean, even at that I don't feel lag on your map at all, hardly ever. Even when you're dosing.
We don't have any with that big plant. We don't use any exploits on the plant, right? So that plant is through and through like to spec, right? So I think that's where a lot of that comes from. Because yeah, most of the saves I've been on that lag are all using power exploits and merger exploits and stuff like that. At large scale, they have massive issues. Let's see. Yeah, everything's. Yeah, I don't see any. I don't have any FPS drop on yours. That's good. Keep it that way. Keep that save integrity going, bro.
Technically, nothing's running.
And you'll
there.
have a long save. Even if it was, it wouldn't be giving you a problem, even if it was all running.
Well, the main plant's running, but
Yeah, I mean, even you digging and stuff like that, I'm actually gaining FPS. Chomping through the green layer. I'm glad I could have them add that thread count, man. That really did help out a lot with these big boys.
yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
I think it helped out a lot of people in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure. Nice to see these big boys not get scaled down. That was disappointing when Christian was like, "Oh, the solution is make them smaller," and I was like, "No, I will find a way. I need you to unlock this. I will figure it out."
Yeah, I went too deep.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'm glad a lot of people are getting more performance out of the digging, man, and not lagging in the green layer. That makes me happy. It really does. 'Cause I know a lot of people were like, "I just lag in the green layer." I mean, you're gonna lag regardless if you start dropping that material on the ground and digging at the same time, because that's just a lot of calculations.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy amount. So do you have any? If you could have one request for me to use my almighty powerful influence upon the developers, what would it be?
Faster belts.
Faster belts.
Faster. Honestly, I think we're gonna need maps sooner than later, with not just sandbox maps.
So pretty much what we've been discussing for about a year then.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that would help maybe bring a little more interest to the game, because right now it's just like, oh, go dig a hole. A lot of people just ain't into digging holes, you know.
Yeah.
And they're not like us. They ain't gonna sit here all day and dig a hole 24/7.
Well, yes. So they pretty much need that farm sim map appeal and have big giant mines.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, you know my stance on it. I agree. I love the pure sandbox and what we can do, but there's no reason why we can't have both. Some people I just want to stick in a haul truck and not a haul truck, but they need to just go in a semi down the road across the map.
Yes, they do.
That's your punishment. That's it. You're on delivery today. No, yeah. I think a lot of people are in that same stance there, Velcro. I think a lot of people are. I mean, I'm not been trying to push the narrative of it, but I think it's important for the health of the game and finding new players to buy the game.
Yep.
Over anything else.
Because I mean, I've got one friend that would probably play this game, but all he does is play ATS.
Yeah.
And so you give him roads and some trucks to haul stuff around on, he'd be in here playing this game.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with it branching a few different games into one. Not like completely take over like what this game is, but there's nothing wrong with adding a little bit of this or a little bit of that and gaining inspiration.
This game don't need the cut, we don't need to customize trucks. We just need trucks that look like trucks and they'll go down the road with stuff. And
yeah, I agree. We don't need that whole interface. The trucks just need to work good, drive good, feel good. It would be kind of nice to have really nice detailed cabs and stuff like that, and be able to drive to make the experience more immersive, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's other than that, yeah, I think you're right. It's not it's kind of a no-brainer at this point now what needs to happen to the game.
And I think that will also bring along some help to some other things. You get the trucks in there and they can get the mirrors figured out and maybe get that working on everything.
I honestly don't know what's stopping them from doing the mirrors. It makes no sense to me, I'll be honest. I don't know. I think it's mainly just a performance problem because they're having performance. They're kind of capped on performance at the moment, but
Oh.
I think the thread count really helped out with that.
So
and
we need to find some more optimization then.
yeah, the new map will bring better optimization. I was talking to them last night about it after stream.
Hey, kicker.
A new map will be able to help them a lot more.
Right.
Because they'll be able to optimize. It won't just be a giant voxel world stretched over the whole plane, streaming all that data all at one time, right? It'll
Mhm.
only just be certain big areas that are, which will be probably, if you look at the map, right, everything can be deformed, and if something's deformed on it and changed in any way, it has to remember that value and stream it in real time. So if we'll just say they take 20% of the map and turn it into non-deformable area, and the rest of it is areas you can buy, and only the areas that you buy in the claim are loading and saving data and streaming data, it'll give you, they'll gain like 90% performance right there alone. So then they'll have a bigger performance ceiling to do more stuff.
Yeah.
In a sense. But that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, it could take them the better part of this whole next year to build that infrastructure to build that.
Right.
If that's all they were working on. So
Ham 420, I believe trains have been put on the back burner for now.
yes, that is correct. Trains and drag lines, I think, have been put on the back burner for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk with Christian here. I think he's gonna be a little bit more free after the new year, to see if we can't get him to build a little bit better of a roadmap, but also be a little bit more clear that this is a wish that the developers would like to do, not a guaranteed set in stone thing.
Well, then maybe we need to call it a wish list instead of a roadmap.
Yeah, I don't think it should be called a roadmap. I think they should just be trying to work on,
You start calling it roadmap and people are expecting it to come.
Yeah, exactly. And really all it is all the Friday news was ever supposed to be was a, hey guys, this is what we're working on or trying to work on. We're trying to figure these things out, but people took it as it's coming out for sure, guaranteed, and we're going to hate you if it doesn't come out.
Right.
So I think they are going to be done with the Friday news. I think they're not going to be doing it anymore. They said they're just getting too many people that are not being understanding,
right,
so to speak. And it also makes them have to like produce material to give out in the Friday news, which is making them have an arbitrary timeline, which is what they don't want. They don't want a timeline. They don't want this has to get done by a certain time, or else people freak out at us, because people are just this game's a very underrated game and people really want to bash on it seems like lately.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand, man. Really don't.
Velcro, can I get some hoppers?
You need some what?
Hoppers.
But I gotta go check on Dopey.
Yep, go take care of Dopey Split. Appreciate you stopping by.
My day. Yeah, no problem, bro. Had a little time this morning, so chat at you later when you get closer to that point. And
Okay.
see what we can do. Get some dudes up in here and come raid you.
Yeah.
Bring the crew.
Bring the crew in. At that point, I might as well just send the map over to you.
You're like, I don't know if myself can handle it. If that's what you need to do, we can do it, dude. If that's what if we want to do, if you need to.
Well, I'm not.
We'll come in and mine rescue up on you.
Problem is, I'm at 32 gigs. And there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to get 64 anytime soon because that price has went double. I have the money sitting here right now to buy a $250 64 gig RAM, but yeah, it's all 500 now. So
yeah, it went crazy.
Yes,
well,
it
I mean,
did.
if that's an option, which it is, we can easily do that, and I can throw it up on the other rig, and we'll come in and we'll raid you up and get her done one of these days and get some work done.
Yeah, we do that.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Yep. You too.
Later.
Catch you guys later.
Later.
Peace out, dudes.
Get 30 of those. Well, that was a lovely visit. All right, you got more hoppers, more everything in there. I didn't know that's what you were waiting.
And a hammer?
Oh, you need a hammer? Oh yeah, you need a hammer. A hammer? What do you need a hammer for?
I don't know if you're going to just punch the equipment off, but yeah.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Sorry. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh. So yeah, that was a nice visit from Split, and lots of work to do. And I do not remember what the height is of this freaking. Because that's just digging a hole. Well, that don't help either. Yeah, it should be. Oh, it's 360. I bet you that's what it was. I haven't run this one in a while, so it's hard to remember. Where'd my roller go? Well, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Let's worry about where the bagger goes right now. So, Christian, how much time you got on the bagger? The big bagger.
Oh no, I'm not sure.
You bought the DLC, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay.
We got a decent amount of hours, maybe 10, 12, but eh.
Oh, I made a big hole.
Oh no.
Well, I went stupid and decided to go ahead and make a cut when I didn't know what the depth actually is. Although that being said, this is kind of high right here. It looks kind of high. Christian, where are you from?
I'm from Denmark.
Yeah, I had a question in there.
They're picking up on my accent or something.
I believe so.
Just, did they just look at my name?
I don't know. He just question popped up. Were you Danish? Oh, your name.
Sometimes I also get the different question. Am I the Christian?
Oh, yeah,
No,
that
I'm
question.
not the developer. No.
There's a mess down here. I about just need to take the dozer and You can come in if you want. We're only going to be in here for another, or I'm only going to be in here for about another hour. You know what? I've done it again. I forgot to turn the plant on. There's a little bit of dirt in there. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. I turned ones. Oh, no, they're both on. I just didn't turn on the conveyor belts. I'm dozing for days in here. How's it going, Kirsted?
Just relaxing, enjoying the holiday.
Oh. Moving dirt. Yeah. I'm trying to. Moved a little bit today. Although I think Christian's done the majority of it today.
Couple of sweeps.
Well, I got distracted with the guests there, so. A lot of good information, though.
Once in a while, it's nice to get a kind of second opinion on what to do next.
Yeah, I had ideas of what I wanted to do, but. And I mean, they're pretty close to what he suggested already, so. You know, in my experience in mining is just what I've done playing this game. So that also helps. Yep, one bucket at a time. Although I'm sending a whole lot of buckets at a time right now. Although I haven't really put it in the red. Mm-hmm. Well, that happens. Oh, went a little deeper. Now, if you're still over there, King Thing, I'm sorry I haven't been paying much attention to the vertical. I'm glad I looked for it. I didn't hit that button. Time to add some more hoppers. Back to the back and forth. Just looking at Discord there. Got a flickering going on. Driving me insane. Tell me my monitor's gonna kick the bucket. I have to look at that. I don't know what's causing that. That don't appear to be showing up on, it's just my monitor, so. driving me insane. What did I do?
Did you break?
Previous. Okay, never mind. I thought I broke. Oh, my monitor is just sitting here flashing at me. I do not know what's going on with this thing.
Smack it and say, stop it.
I'll make it say stop it. I'll go get the dang hammer and go buy a new one.
Okay, yeah.
Not sure that'll solve the problem, but you know, it'll make me feel better. Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that. Something's going on in the background of my computer, I think. I'm just not sure what. Yeah, I've run out of hoppers again. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on because whatever is making my computer mad has quit.
Oh, I made a small boo boo.
Uh-oh. What did you do? Poop on the floor?
Yeah, just a bit.
Is there still a wheel loader up there? Or did I steal it?
I think you stole it.
Yeah, well, we can fix that.
When they require one scoop.
Wrong bagger. I think it's that bagger. No, that's the same bagger. It's the top bagger. One I should have went to first.
You should be able to name tag them. Some things, so you know, oh, that's that one.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but something is killing my FPS right now.
There's something dropping on the ground.
That's interesting. Hmm. Oh, it's chewing on that. Right, a little bit over there. Anyway. I guess it's just a plant up there doing it. Because it's when I look in that particular direction it drops the most. But as I get closer to it, it's... I don't know, it's up there. Are we dropping dirt on the ground right here? What's in here? Ain't a whole lot in there. I don't know. We'll keep cutting. I'll worry about it. I mean, it's not to the point it's going to kill the... But yeah, something in here is unhappy. I'm not sure what. It could be that right there, too. Oh, it is what it is. That bat scared me to death. I thought my chair broke when I did that. I'm not sure what's acting a fool on this thing. Something is though. Probably just need to shut it off and restart the computer.
Can't tell it to fix yourself or else I'll smash you because right now you can't afford a new computer because of damn new prices.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? All right. Yeah, you've put a big dent in it there, Christian.
Yeah.
Well, everything in this end hopper over here is nothing but ore, and there's 1,872,000 of ore.
Small dent.
Nah, I'm letting it funnel over into the silos over there. What little bit of time I've had to mess with the bagger today. I'm at 700,000 and still chewing. No price on dirt today because I didn't reset the bank to figure that out. And I had to have a mega sale to clean out the silos down there anyway. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Sunday? We'll see what it's like tomorrow. If it's decent and not windy, I need to go blow the front leaves out of the front yard. So I may not be streaming tomorrow. But then again, maybe I will be. Thank you for coming in and helping tonight, Christian.
Problem?
And Split, if you're hanging around, thank you as well. And thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I will catch you in the next one. Have a good one.